Postgame interview with head coach Sparky McEwen and Lamar Robbins. Guys, tough one today. Tiffin with a 27-14 win. But you have to have seen some strides here today, Sparky, in this contest.
Yeah, we had some strides. Our defense continues to come out with a solid effort. This time I love the fact that, we were able to fight, to the very end with our ball club. I felt strong coming in even after we lost some players after that big ball game against Grand Valley last week. I had some concerns due to some injuries we had sustained in that last ball game, so I was proud that the defense was still able to come out, and play hard. That was a very good team that we just played over there in Tiffin, and they're very explosive, and early they were doing some things, and I felt like my defensive coordinator and my defensive staff made some key adjustments to, for the most part, give the offense a shot. We continue to struggle offensively, even though we had a better showing in our previous two games. This is something that we're just going to have to continue day in and day out, just to get this thing to become the type of offense that I'm used to being around.
Yeah, you guys fall down on that first possession, and comes down and scores. But then at the start of the second quarter, you guys had a really nice drive and a touchdown catch by Colin Smith. How nice was it to see that drive from the offense move right down the field?
Well, as you can imagine, it's frustrating because these are things that I know that we're capable of doing, but the consistency is the thing that's killing us right now. And we don't make excuses. If you can go in our locker room to see how these young men are, that's not a locker room right now full of joy. It's guys that knows that we're leaving plays on the field, and their effort is what's there. But at some point, we've got to hit a growth spurt and figure this out and say that we belong. We belong on the same field as some of these other teams. And with all due respect to our conference, this conference is rock solid, but we've shown now week in and week out, that we can stand toe-to-toe, with some teams. Our struggles is with depth. We don't have a lot of depth. Our depth is young, and, but we've talked to our guys about it. We're not going to make an excuse for it. They got to get better.
You take a look at the third quarter, and you guys are only down 17-7, and then a key play in the game was that interception return. How frustrating is that to be that close and then have the momentum turn like that?
Well, the thing that's frustrating, is the fact that we got him outside the pocket the way that we like with William, so we can help our offensive line out at times. We're throwing into the wind, okay? And I saw it from the sideline. The guy's open, but he held onto the ball a little too long. And when you're playing against a good secondary, a good DB, it's supposed to do what that guy did. If you throw the ball out there into the flat and it's a soft throw, you should take it back for 6. And they made us pay, for that young mistake. So that's got to be a learning lesson. We talk about it all the time in practice, but now when you get in the game, you should be able to see it. So unfortunately, we didn't see it, and then at the same time, it was extremely windy, and I wish we would have got that one back.
Talk about consistency in general. I mean, at the quarterback spot, you had William James come in, he threw that interception. You guys went with Cody Long, and at times he had the ball right on the money, but at other times a little bit inaccurate. So how do you go through that practice and teach them timing and throwing the ball at the right time?
Keep practicing. You just got to keep practicing. They're so young. William is a freshman. Cody's a sophomore. Hunter's a sophomore. As frustrating as it is for me, the bottom line is this. They still are freshmen and sophomores, and the only way that they're going to grow up is, through trial and error. They're going to have to go out there and get hit in the mouth and give out a punch as well. So, we're still allowing those guys to compete, and do all the right things every day in practice. And, they're going to, both of those are class young men, and they're competitive. They're both going to continue to get better.
And Lamar, for you, you guys in the second half only gave up 69 yards. You guys really hung in there well. With a quarterback like Nick Watson that can run and throw, how hard is it to game plan for somebody like that and still be competitive enough to stop somebody like that and their offense in the second half?
Honestly, we scratch plaster a lot. So, because he can scramble and get out of the pocket and things like that, you just got to keep your eyes on your guy. He actually got me on the play. If you go back and watch the film, it almost was a big one just because my eyes was bad on one play. Good thing he overthrew it because he's a young cat too. So, that's what we are stressing. And then we just keep stressing to our D-line that we got to dominate this league. It starts up front. to help the secondary. And then us on the back end, the longer we hold, the easiest for them to get to the quarterback or rush or throw or anything like that. Our main thing for the second half was tackling, just getting to the ball and tackling. We know they was up a little bit, and what they was trying to do, they was trying to come out and run the ball. They couldn't pass it really. They tried a couple times on deep balls. Our DBs was holding it down, really wasn't going for anything. And our linebackers was coming up making tackles and stuff in the second half, big tackles in the second half.
I know you guys weren't here last year for the Tiffin game. It was a real close contest. We lost by 3 points. I know they lost some personnel and some guys have left that team, but maybe both you can comment. Do you see anything different on the field this time around than what you watched in game film last year?
No, they returned 16 starters.
Okay.
They returned a lot of starters on that football team, and the things that we saw on film, they were just as good on film as they were, last year. This is a team that's a year older, but obviously the big star that they lost was Pipkins. Here's a guy that was in an NFL camp, and now they're replacing him with another, dual threat guy. So we knew what we were getting into. Like I said, my guys played hard, and I always tell people, they'll say, "Well, Spark, you guys are getting better. You're getting better." What does a loss look like that looks better? I've never seen it.
I've never seen a better looking loss.
It looks the same to me. It's a loss. So we're going to get back to the drawing board because we know we've still got a lot of work to do. Our guys just have to grow up and grow up fast. They're getting a lot of experience right now, but they really have to take it to another level. I feel like this ball club can win some games. I really do. So we're going to take it to another level. We're here in practice this week, and only the strong can survive at this point.
You guys are going to go up to Northern Michigan, Marquette. It's your first true road game. You went to Grand Valley, but how does that work with regards to travel and keeping the guys focused on a long trip like that?
Honestly, with me and keeping the team focused on going up there, but just because we know it's going to be a little distance, we already know going into it. We don't know they play tonight, right, Coach?
Yeah.
They play tonight. We know they're an 0-2 team, just like we 0-3 now. So we finna go up there and just give it our best. We know it's going to be their first home game. Their fans going to be excited, be pumped up. They're going to come out fired up. As a defense, and just keep the defensive mind track, set to play how we've been playing for these last couple of weeks, and to come out fast and play 4 quarters. We can't play 3 quarters, 2 quarters. We got to play 4 full quarters, even if it's with all our ones, our backups, anybody. Most of our games we lose, honestly, is because of MAs. Just little missed assignments here and there. Even though we're a young team, we still got a couple missed assignments, so we still can go back over that and practice and get it right going out there for Western.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.